From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 5th, 2024. 2 Israeli civilians were murdered in a terror attack in central Israel yesterday. 66-year-old Rina Daniv was walking in the park with her husband in the city of Holon when a Palestinian terrorist stabbed the couple, killing Rina and seriously injuring her husband. The terrorist then stabbed and critically wounded a man in his 70s at a nearby bus stop who was later declared dead. The terrorist then stabbed a 26-year-old at a bus parking lot. He was moderately injured. The terrorist was shot by an officer who arrived at the scene, and he later died of those injuries. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sent his deepest condolences to the families and commended the police officers who engaged and eliminated the terrorist. Netanyahu referred to the current threats from Iran and its terror proxies and Israel's continued high state of readiness at present, saying the state of Israel is in a multi-front war against Iran's axis of evil. We are striking every one of its arms with great force. We are prepared for any scenario, both offensively and defensively. He said, I reiterate and tell our enemies we will respond and we will exact a heavy price for any act of aggression against us from whatever quarter. At the same time, the Prime Minister stressed we are making a supreme effort on a daily basis to return all of our hostages, saying that he instructed Israel's delegation to leave for Cairo the previous day in order to continue the negotiations. He said, I am prepared to go very far to release all of our hostages while maintaining the security of Israel. 115 hostages still remain held by terror group Hamas in captivity in Gaza, now for 304 days. Rockets continue to be fired at Israel at its north by terror group Hezbollah in Lebanon and by Hamas from Gaza at the south. Some red alerts this weekend sounding simultaneously in both regions. Yesterday, the IDF said in northern Israel, as a result of the fall in the area, an IDF officer and soldier were moderately injured and were evacuated to receive medical treatment at a hospital. The Times of Israel said the fall refers to an explosive-laden drone that hit the area. The IDF responded to the Hezbollah attacks, hitting terrorists and terror targets in Lebanon. Today, the IDF said about 15 launches were detected that crossed from the south of the Gaza Strip. The IDF aerial defense array successfully intercepted multiple projectiles, though it wrote several fell in the areas of Re'im and the Geha interchange. Magen David Adom paramedics said they were treating a 37-year-old truck driver who was lightly injured by a rocket near Kibbutz Re'im. The IDF responded to the attacks from Gaza and continue to eliminate terrorists and terror infrastructure in Gaza, including a very large tunnel the IDF discovered on the Gaza-Egypt border, about 10 feet tall, big enough for vehicles to pass through. That tunnel was being prepared to be demolished. The IDF also said later today that 4 IDF reservists were seriously injured earlier today in battle in the southern Gaza Strip. They were taken to the hospital for treatment. And a barrage of at least 5 rockets were fired from Gaza yesterday, triggering red alert sirens in a number of towns near Ashdod for the first time in months. Some were intercepted. One did fall in an open area, the IDF said, in the area of the Chof Ashkelon Regional Council. There were no injuries reported. Well, Team Israel brought great pride and some good news this weekend from the Paris Olympics, with another 3 medals won, including a gold. That went to Tom Reuveni in men's windsurfing. This is Israel's 4th gold medal ever and its first gold medal in the Paris Games. Sharon Cantor took home the silver medal in women's windsurfing this weekend, and Artem Dolkopiat won a silver for artistic gymnastics men's floor exercise. Israel's President Isaac Herzog wrote to the three medalists, "You are champions and inspiring. You have brought immense pride to the state of Israel," saying to the gold medal winner, "Tom, you raised the flag as high as possible, and thanks to you, our national anthem was played for the first time at the Olympic Games this year." Reuveni replied to the president saying that hearing Israel's national anthem, Hatikva, the Hope, played at the Games was the most important to me. Also writing, "It means so much to me that Hatikva will be played at the Olympics in honor of all our fallen soldiers and to give hope to the hostages still in Gaza." Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Monday, August the 5th at 7 o'clock, episode 11 of the hit Israeli TV series Srugim. That's followed by Muzika featuring Marina Blumin. At 8, Abigail Pogrebin is joined by Rabbi Dr. Shmuly Yanklowitz to discuss his book, A Torah of Compassion, which explores over 80 moral issues through the lens of Jewish wisdom. At 8:30, author Mark Gerson reads from his book, The Telling, How Judaism's Essential Book Reveals the Meaning of Life. At 9, it's Miriam and Avi Hoffman on L'chaim. At 10, Mike Burston and Perla Carney celebrate Jewish heritage and converse in Yiddish as they share pastrami, chopped liver, and other favorite dishes of Factor's famous deli in Los Angeles. Then at 10:30, a replay of the news, and coming up next, it's Good Week, Israel. And that's the JBS News Update for Monday, August the 5th, 2024. I'm Teisha Bader. Am Yisrael Chai.